the hearts of these your people, God, that they might be blessed through these things that have been said. It is in Jesus' name we pray. I'm so humbled in this moment that Pastor Sloan would give us this opportunity to speak to you. And to Reverend Riley, who has prepared us for this very moment. And to my family and my friends who've shown up, thank you so much for coming to witness what we're doing here at the Luke. For your consideration, if you've got your Bibles, Psalm 23, the King James Version. When you got it, say amen. Amen. We're going to read together. We're going to stop at periods, and we're going to pause at commas. All right. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not be want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. For your consideration this morning, I'd like to use the thought, these things I know. These things I know. We don't know at what point David wrote these words, but it is evident that he has experience. He's had some sleepless nights, some lonely days. He's experienced some disappointment and some tragedy. Though for the most part, we speculate, but one thing is for certain, David has a relationship with the Almighty. As we build relationships, we also build understanding. If you're going to be successful, you must build strong, positive relationships that matter. Good relationships give us freedom. Instead of spending all of your time and your energy overcoming problems associated with negative relationships, we can instead focus on a relationship that matters. And that's with Jesus Christ. All right. David understood these things. He knows how they work. In these 6 verses, he gives us 6 powerful P's: provision, peace, protection, providence, presence, and paradise. In this pericope, I'd like to take these 6 P's and clump them together and remake them into 3 comprehensive ideas that solidify a God-me relationship. Know the shepherd, know your limitations, and know you're never alone. I would venture to say that everyone in here could boast about some of the things that they know. But do you know the Lord is shepherd? We read the King James Version aloud because I like the grammatical presence of the words maketh, restoreth, leadeth. Those words take me back to when I was a child at Mount Area Missionary Baptist Church, 4502 Noble Street, Houston, Texas. Pastor I.S. Wright Sr. was the pastor. Every week we read King James Version. And as a child, I'm like, what does he mean? Who talks like that? And I've come to know what he means. He means that you are not in control of anything. He means that you, me, we must rely on the shepherd for provision, protection, peace. Everything we need can be found in him. That's right. The concept of God in control of everything is called God's sovereignty. Total and complete control over every living creature. The book of Job gives us a clear definition of who has power and who doesn't.
That's right.
God assembles the angels together and Satan comes in the midst and he asks God, if you take the limits off, I bet you Job will curse you and die. Oh, but God is way smarter than the enemy. He says, go right ahead, take your best shot. For he knew that Job was upstanding and never wavering and steadfast in his trust in God. You know how the story ends. God is unrivaled in his majesty. He's never failing on his promises. He is a good shepherd, and he gives good gifts to those who trust him and allows him to control their lives for his own good and perfect purpose. Know the shepherd. Know your limitations. That's our second comprehensive ideal. Make it, lead it, restore it. There are those words again. I just love those words. I think I'll say it one more time. Make it, lead it, restore it. You know what those are? Those are God's providence. You wouldn't believe that only God has the ability to foresee, care, and guide his creation. You nor I neither have the power to do. Oh, I see you. You're a rising star. You got positions, you got game, you got big money, you got fame, but you don't have the ability to do anything that God can do. Were you there? Were you there when he said to nothing, become something? Were you there when he stepped out on air and said, land, come here? Were you there when he reached into his bosom, pulled out some shapes and called them stars and flung them into the sky? Did you see him fold back darkness and light become invisible? You don't know me. You don't know what I'm talking about. You're looking at me like I'm not saying anything. But I'm talking about a God who's a creator. He takes ashes from the ash heap and he seeks them with princes. He lifts them and they inherit a stone of honor. Oh, that's the kind of maker he is. He's a good shepherd. The shepherd. The shepherd makes the sheep. I don't know why he has to make them lie down. It's a good pasture. It looks green. I understand a river flows through it. But he has to make the sheep lie down. You know why? Because they're just like you. It's okay. Punch your neighbor and say, bye. Sheep are hard-headed. They don't follow directions. They go off on their own. They don't stay in the fold. They cannot protect themselves. They don't have sharp claws, big jaws, or big teeth. They can't disappear like chameleons and blend into the atmosphere. You know what happens to